Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I hope you're all enjoying your day with your families. We are through 3 weeks of quarantine, homeschooling, yippee! So we're celebrating the beginning of our spring break with my favorite chicken dish. My kids too, it's something they eat, so I make it often. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. I have posted this before. Some of you may have already used it or made it, but I just wanted to show you some shortcuts that I take with this specific recipe. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, this recipe calls for 1 chicken, about 2.5 pounds, but we prefer chicken thighs in my family, so I've always made this chicken with chicken thighs, and we feel it's more flavorful, but you can really do whatever you want. So because of what's going on, I haven't been able to get chicken thighs, so I am using chicken breast today, just so you know. Another thing this recipe says to do is, with the chicken, is to wear gloves, like food prep gloves, and then put this spice mixture I'm going to show you on the chicken, but we don't want to use those gloves right now because we're using them for other things, right? So what do? We're going to just use a plastic bag and we're going to put everything in there. All right, so you're going to get, your chicken should be, I rinse my chicken, I leave it in a strainer while I'm making the spice mixture. The spice mixture calls for 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Now that I buy pre-made in a jar. I made it myself once. It was very labor intensive. You can do that, fresh ingredients are great, but once I found it in a jar all together, then I just get the jar. I'm gonna give a shout out to Corrado's Market, Jimmy, because I find the one you sell, your ginger garlic paste, is my favorite. The one I'm using, I couldn't get to your store, so I had just picked up something somewhere else, and I'm using that, but as soon as I can get to your store, I'm going to buy yours. And then you're going to put 1 teaspoon, it says hot chili powder. I just use regular chili powder because my kids won't eat it if it's spicy. And 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, fresh lemon. It comes to about 1/2 of a big lemon. Squeeze, put it. So that's what's in here right now. So what I do is I just mix it all up. See that? And then I'm going to add my chicken pieces. Again, this is such a forgiving recipe. Use whatever chicken you want. You can even cube it and put it on skewers and grill it that way. I'm being very lazy today. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just using big pieces of chicken breast. And then you just mix it all together. It smells really good. The ginger garlic paste is really what makes this first marinade. So you need about 2 to 3 hours of prep time for this recipe, because the longer it sits in the second marinade, the better. So you're gonna mash all this together. And again, this was the part in the recipe where it says you pick up each piece and you rub this mixture on each piece with gloves, and I'm not going to do that. This is so much easier. Just mix it around so every piece of chicken gets the mixture in it. And then what you're going to do once you're done is you're going to put everything back in a strainer, and you're going to let it sit in the strainer in a sink for 20 minutes. While we do that, I'm going to make the yogurt mixture, okay? That's good. So I'm going to go to my sink. I will be right back. Okay, I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick. As if we don't have enough hand washing, right? All right, sorry, my sink is all the way over there. Okay, now the second marinade, you're gonna use the same bowl, because you want a bowl big enough to be able to put the chicken in, and then put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. That's what I do anyway, and this one has a lid. So, you're gonna laugh, but this recipe calls for plain, thick Greek yogurt. I usually you can use full fat for this because it's actually good for the chicken. It really makes it moist. I only have coconut Greek yogurt today because we couldn't go to the store to get regular Greek yogurt. But hey, this could be my secret ingredient, right? My secret basket ingredient from Chopped. I used to watch that all the time. Let's see how it tastes. I'll let you know. But if you have plain Greek yogurt, just use that. I'm not going to tell my kids. We'll see if they say anything. I'm sure they won't. Now, I know, Wendy, you had said, my kids aren't going to eat that. Well, I got to tell you how I found this recipe. We were at a friend's house, and it was actually the president of my husband's company years ago, and I think Michael was maybe 8, and he made this for dinner. and I was so scared that my kids were gonna say, oh, this is terrible. Like, who's with me? That's happened before, right? And be like embarrassed, and me tremendously. But to my surprise, they ate it, and Michael said, Mom, why can't you make this chicken? It's so good, it's my favorite chicken. Oh, okay. So ever since, that's what I do. I make this chicken. And now Marco even eats it. Okay, so the yogurt goes in there. The spices are, which I have already prepared in my little ramekin. It's garam masala. Sorry, someone's calling over there. 1 teaspoon of garam masala, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of hot chili powder again, or paprika. I chose to use smoked paprika today. I don't think it's gonna change the flavor, but you can do what you want. Just stick that in there, in the yogurt. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. And if you guys make this, let me know what you think and take a picture of it. I would love for you to share that with me. And they just, oh, and then you need 7 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So in a measuring cup, it's 1/3 of a cup, just so you know. I used to take my measuring spoon, just tablespoon, 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 7 times. I used to do that until I realized, why am I doing that? Let's just figure out how much that is in a measuring cup. Silly. And then you mix it all together like that, and it becomes this really cool color. You know, I use a glass bowl. I don't know if it would stain if you use the plastic bowl or not. Sometimes these spices do stain things. So my mother-in-law is calling. Hi, I gotta call you back. Can I call you now? I'm doing a video. Okay, so it looks like that. It's really cool. Now, it's not, the 20 minutes isn't up yet with my chicken, so I'm gonna wait. But once the 20 minutes is up, you're then gonna put your chicken in here, and you're gonna mix it all around so it's really coated well in the yogurt. And then stick it in your fridge for 2 to 3 hours if you have it. If you only have an hour, I'm sure it'll still taste fine, but obviously the longer it sits, the better. And this recipe, I'm gonna take a picture of this is what I use. I'll tell you the cookbook it comes from and everything. You can get it used for like 10 bucks if you want the cookbook, but they do a lot of other things you can have as far as sides. I've never done that in this recipe. I just make the chicken. I don't even top it with, it says for serving, top with butter, vegetable oil, lime juice, and chaat masala. I don't have that. I just do up to this point, and then it's been fine. We like it. But if you guys go that far, let me know. That's great. We usually eat it with hummus. My hummus is in my refrigerator, so have that, and then fresh bread. You know, I made that this week, although it's gone. So we're gonna be using pita bread tonight. But that's it. So I hope that was helpful, and let me know what you think if you make it, if you like it, and that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy, stay de-stressed. At least the sun is out today, so we're actually gonna do a little fire pit today. I just got marshmallows delivered from Target, thank you. So the kids are all excited. They're actually outside right now collecting sticks so we can use those in our fire pit. So anyway, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.